Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Lupin Zero episode number 6 reaction. Alright, the previous episode we get to see Lupin and Jigen again getting into a little bit of a little bit of a trouble, and Shinobu was not happy about that situation at all, and little by little we get to see that Jigen is like, all right, you know what, belong in this world. Don't come and talk to try to be and try to join in with me when I do my stuff. And he was doing it for obviously for Rupan's best interests. And now not only that, Rupan went to what's her name, Yoko, yeah, went to go meet Yoko, meets this one guy and gets beaten up. Yoko tells Rupan that don't try to involve yourself in this. So both Jigen and Yoko, he's like, am I alone now? And then we see that someone has the government has hired Jigen to go and hit up Rupan the Second's mansion, where Rupan is, because Rupan the Second has stolen that missile manual and stuff and sold it to Yoko's partner. It's like a lot of things happen there, and we get to see that obviously Lupin the Second doesn't care about what happens here. He's all in for the empire of Lupin. That's what he's trying to make. That's why he can even sell off all the secrets of the government. He doesn't care. And while all of this is happening, those people who are here, Jigen comes in. He has a confrontation with Lupin. Shinobu comes in, and and in the end Lupin decides that, you know what, enough is enough. I have decided. I love these type of things, these type of heart adrenaline pumping things, and I am going to become a thief, but I'm going to become a thief on my own, on my own rules. I won't impersonate anyone else. I want to go according to the path that my grandfather or my father puts in front of me. I'm going to become a thief of my own, in my a thief that I like, and that's how I'm going to live my life. And in the end, he and Jigen kind of makes up, and obviously sends a letter to Yoko and that guy, and says that I'm going to come and steal Yoko, something like that. And yeah, let us see what happens. Final episode of this mini series, and I'll talk about it after it ends, and I'll talk about what I'm going to do from the next episode next week. I'm guessing Lupin and the Cat's Thief is going to be airing next thief anytime next week. Is going to air in Amazon Prime. So if that comes out, I'm going to react to that. Then I'll go to season 6. Anyways, let us get started. So yeah, this is episode number 6 of Lupin Zero. So I'll be putting subtitles on the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's get started. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Hmm. Okay. All right, here we go. At 5 to, yeah. Yeah, he's like, wait a minute, I just met Rupan second, so who's Rupan third? 6 hours earlier. Hmm. Well, a lot. Yeah. Atomic Cannon. Galcho, yeah, that's his name. Okay. Vietnam War. Oh. Oh. That's why it's called Wolf Hunter. Oh yeah, he remembered. Well, but we do know who it is, and we can make a plan now. Well, Shinobu's here. We can ask her, maybe. There you go. Okay. Safe distance. What? Oh my god. I was thinking, why is she just. Great, it's him. Yeah, open up your mask. Oh god. Oh my god, wow. He's not going to say like that, obviously. Oh! I'm pretty sure Jigen can shoot it quicker than him. Alright. Oh! Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, the gun kind of came out a little bit. Okay. Wow. Wait, what? Are these all the traps that he put? Um, hello there? What? What? Hey, how long is this house? How big is this house? What the hell? There's everything here. There's like a tatami room. Oh no. Okay. Oh. But who knows? He might have something that even Shinobu doesn't know. That might catch you off guard. Oh. Oh boy. Oh, did he grab it? He grabbed it, I think. Yes. Hmm. So he trapped his trap. That's kind of interesting. Atomic. Okay. There you go. Yeah. Is he gonna give him that gun? True. There you go. I was gonna say he got it from him. You know the Walter that he keeps with him? Young Lupin claims the title of the third. Alright. Oh boy, here we go. Yeah. Oh. Well, you will see now. Okay, they're keeping an eye on them already. Oh wait, it's Albert. Oh great. Why is he? Oh yeah, he brought it here if you know dropped. Hmm. Okay, so they're revolutionaries. So why do they like? I'm guessing it's just. Yeah, he's like. Oh my god, this is such a weird. I don't know. This guy somehow rubs me the wrong way. He is obviously a nice, kind of a nice guy, but at the same time, his ideals and everything is really weird. Like, oh, I'm going to change the world, like, you know, revolutionaries. Like, look at him. He's like he just. It seems as if he's like drowning in, like, you know, he just wants to do something to change the world. Oh, is this Arsene Lupin? Yeah, well, normal police won't be able to do anything to them. Who the hell are you? Damn, this guy's a. Oh, damn. Yeah. He's waiting for Lupin the third to do something. Yeah. Alright. Oh my god, this guy. Alright. Okay, let's see. Hmm. Yo, 60 seconds. Oh my god. Why are they have tanks here? Like, oh, did Rupan already do something to the? Oh, okay. Let's go. He was. He had his disguise. I forgot that he. Yeah. Oh my god. What the? Yo. Oh. All right. Okay. Where are they dropping? Uh, I feel like they've done something to the cannon or something. Let's see. There you go. All right. Oh my god. Blew the hole. Yeah, I was thinking like definitely it was not a nuclear. He dismantled it or something. I don't. Oh, there he is. Oh my god. All right. He has a shotgun and a machine gun on one. She doesn't want him to. Oh. Okay, I feel like they're kind of over a lot of them. This guy has a shotgun. That's not a shotgun. That's a grenade launcher. Oh my god. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh boy. Well, damn, this guy is strong enough to stop a bike, but alright. Won the bet. Oh no. Yeah, this guy is gone completely. No. Oh my god, this place is just getting destroyed. Oh boy. What happened? Oh my god. Who the hell? Oh, Shinobu's here. Yeah, they needed a little bit of backup. Like, this is too many of them. Yeah, that is true. However, let's see. But we've seen Lupin do a lot of things without taking lives. Like, you know, yeah, obviously, short range grenade launchers won't work. Need to reload, but yeah, already reloaded. Okay. Oh, okay. This guy's, yeah, he's gone. He's gone. No, but he's doing it for the wrong reasons, you know? He is like you. I understand that. He's doing it for the wrong reasons. Yeah, nice. How did he do that? Oh, nice. Yeah, but the thing is, he won't shoot. He won't shoot. No, he's going for the gun. He's going for the gun. No, what is he doing? Yeah, he's going to jump. I knew it. Okay, he. No, what did he do? I don't think he shot him. What happened? Did he shoot him? Wait a minute. What? Oh yeah, he shot him. Okay. Like I'm pretty sure Yoko knew that this is going to happen one time or the other. Like the way Gojo completely, she's going to, she's probably going to. Oh my god, she's probably going to jump or something. Oh no, she's going to jump. Yeah. No, no, yeah. Not that. Yeah. To this world, she was living here because of him. Oh my god. Oh. No, well, I kind of knew this is what going to happen. Like it. Oh boy. Well, he is a Mm. What is that? What? Oh, again another job. Oh my god. All right, that was it. Okay, I'm gonna keep this playing because obviously this is the final episode. So there you go. I kind of anticipated this happening because, like I was saying, like like Gocho, Gocho and Yoko seemed like the person who would not try to live if Gocho died. So I was expecting this. Like this was not a surprise at all. I knew this was going to end like this, but yeah, like it's still like, what can I say? Okay, so this is the end of this series, and obviously this is like a, I guess, a spin-off, and this is like like most of the Rupan animes is a standalone thing. So I wonder if there will be like a continuation in this series, like Rupan Zero season 2 or something, because that'll be kind of interesting because we've seen Jigen here. Okay, that's it. So what about Goemon and Fujiko? Zenigata? I'm thinking like a lot of the characters from the Rupan series are here, like Albert, Rupan's dad and all. So maybe if this gets like a sequel or something, maybe we'll get to meet Goemon and Fujiko as well. The way they met will probably be different because here, Rupan and we get to see Rupan and Jigen were childhood friends, which isn't how we knew in the current Lupin series. In the current Lupin series, I think that was not how it was. So obviously, this is like a separate story, like a different story. So maybe the way they meet Fujiko and Goemon will also change here, or something like that. I don't know. But anyways, it was a good series. My absolute favorite of this series was definitely, I think it was episode 3, the one where we meet Arsene Lupin, like his introduction. That episode, that episode was my absolute favorite. I loved it so much. It was nice to see Lupin's dad and Arsene Lupin, and see the relationship between Lupin and them, and like the whole family, how they are with each other. So there you go. And also Jigen and Lupin's friendship, they kind of showed us how it was not it was not like a very smooth start at all. They had their own problems. Jigen didn't want Rupan to get involved in his things because he thought Rupan did not is not suited for this world. However, Rupan doesn't want anyone else to dictate what he does with his life. So they had their own problems with each other, but we see how they little by little try to accept each other and become good friends. So that was that was like the main focus of this story, of this little series. And also Yoko was also another focus, where we get to see Lupin's how Lupin decided to become a thief, and what happened up until that point, because he did not want to be a thief at all, because his dad and his grandfather has walked on this path. But at the same time, he does love his thrills. So in the end, he came to a decision that I am going to become a thief, but not like my dad or my grandpa. I'm going to become a thief like in my own way. So yeah. And yeah, okay, so let's talk about this episode. In this episode, we get a little bit like backtrack a little bit and see what happened after Lupin and Goemon, like Rupan convinced Goemon to help him out. And Rupan is like, I wonder, where they are. Jigen doesn't know. Jigen doesn't know where these guys are. He only knows that the Yakuza have hired, the government has hired the Yakuza to do this job, and that's it. So, and Shinobu was there behind them, and Shinobu was like, kind of gave us a little, not Shinobu, obviously this is Rupan's dad here, but she gave us a little bit of a hint as to who this guy is, and where he might be. Gocho, he is Gocho the Wolf Hunter. So Jigen says, everybody in my line of biz knows that name. He helped Vietnam win independence while serving as General Glup's right hand. So he's a mercenary. Okay, he played the British SAS forces like a fiddle in Malaya. The man is a bona fide revolutionary. So he's just a revolutionary, like a mercenary revolutionary, that type of person. Nobody knows his real name, age, or even nationality. There are tattoos of hunting dogs on both of his arms. And as soon as he says that, Rupan realizes it's him, in Yoko's place. So, yeah, so Jigen is like, oh, we don't even know where the cannons are. And I was like, wait a minute, Shinobu's waiting here, so doesn't she know about it? I love the fact here, I also found it a little bit odd, when Shinobu was like, oh, let's go, young master. If you leave right now, we should arrive in Nagano by evening. This part was so weird. I was like, wait a minute, there's something off about the way she said that. What was it? I was thinking like there's something weird about her. But I wasn't able to understand what was weird. Rupan realized what was weird. He kind of waited a little bit, and then he's like, oh. And then he's like, oh, Nagano, I bet going there would put us a safe distance away in the event an atomic bomb goes off. You're something else, daddy. I was like, yeah, this is what I felt odd. You know what I felt odd? I felt odd that Shinobu was the one who actually told Rupan to do something. She's not like that as far as we have seen her. What she could have done here was like, she could have said that your father wants you to go there, or let's go, your father is waiting there, or something like that. She could have said, or she could have said that your father would have wanted you to go there. She herself would never bring up a conversation and never tell Rupan to do something, because that's not the type of person Shinobu is. And her steering the conversation in one direction is definitely not something she would do, because that's not who she is. And I was like, what is, and there's something that's bothering me the way she said that. Something I wasn't able to properly understand what it was. There was something that was really, I was feeling odd about the way she said that. And when Rupan said, oh, daddy, I was like, all right, yeah, there you go. this is daddy in disguise. And I'm like, yeah, this guy, he every time he just randomly takes other people's disguise. It's kind of, what can I say, Rupan also does this, the same thing in his series. It takes other people's disguise, but it is only when Rupan he's in a job or doing something, infiltrating some place or something like that. It's places like that. However, Rupan's dad is as if he's always living a different life. He's always putting on a disguise is like him changing clothes. And that is why it throws us so off. You've probably seen in previous Rupan, my reactions. Most of the time, whenever Rupan takes a disguise, I can kind of predict. I'm like, all right, you know what? This kind of seems like a situation when Rupan is probably in disguise. I can kind of predict. Sometimes he kind of throws me off, but I can most of the time predict that he's in disguise. Rupan's dad, in none of the disguises that he got in this series, and none of the time I was able to predict, because he is so random with it. He is just so random, and that's why I'm saying he takes on disguise as if he's changing clothes. Here in this situation, why was he in Shinobu's disguise? Shinobu was just underneath in the lower floor, and that's what I'm saying, like I don't think there was any need for him to put on Shinobu's disguise. Like, I don't know, like maybe he's probably shy to talk to his son, he never really faces his son properly, so it's probably just like, you know what, let me put on the disguise, it'll be easier for me to interact with him. I'm pretty sure that was the reason. But anyways, like Lupin the Second's disguise throws me off. Like, randomly he puts on disguise. Previously with what was the girl's name? Fulan, yeah, that, and now Shinobu. And I'm like, oh my god. And there you go. And Shinobu's like, oh, what are you saying? And Lupin's like, I can understand, this is you. And he talks about how Shinobu's wearing a different underwear or something. And you're wearing something different. And Lupin the Second is like, all right, you little perv, okay. Oh boy. But then Lupin is like, please dad, tell me. And Lupin's dad is like, all right, I'm gonna tell you. First you have to go through a test. You want to become a thief? All right, here's my gun, you try to steal this. And Lupin immediately, throws that thing towards him and tries to grab the gun. Lupin's dad starts running away, and there's so many traps in this place. Obviously Lupin's dad doesn't know about a lot of those traps because he usually isn't at home, and Lupin is taking advantage of that and trying to get his dad. But his dad is obviously a master thief. He's just constantly running away from Lupin, some way or the other getting out of that situation. In the end, we see this part was really good, where Lupin's dad is like in a room with like a dead end. Lupin is there. Lupin is like, I've got you, dad. He goes, and then in the middle of the tatami mat, there's like a trap. He falls down, and Lupin's dad is like, you know what, you did your fair share of traps. That's I do know that. However, I talked to Shinobu and changed this part. And then Lupin is like, oh, reverse Uno card, you changed it, but I changed it after you changed it. So there's a spring underneath it. So Lupin trapped his dad's trap. That's basically what he did. And took advantage of that, grabbed Lupin's the second's gun. And there you go, he won the match fair and square. So in the end, Lupin's dad tells him about where the boat is. It's in the Tokyo Bay, and he talks about the situation, and he's like, all right, you won it, go ahead. And Lupin thanks him, and the dad's like, all right, you know what, and don't have to do that, you won it fair and square. So there you go. And here his dad says something, and the dad is like, you know what, there's one thing you should remember if you're a thief, that obviously thieves steal stuff, they gain a lot of stuff like that. However, you also lose a fair share of stuff too. Obviously this was an indication that by the end of this episode, Yoko would probably die. That was definitely an indication to that. I realized that, not even just before this episode, in the previous episode where it ended, I knew something was going to happen and Yoko would probably not survive, because it was kind of the story was kind of going in that direction, and I'm like, yeah, you know what, it's probably going to become something like that. So this was not a surprise, Yoko in the end not sacrificing, but dying. But yeah, there were so many hints, obviously. And this is the Walter, the famous Lupin's famous Walter, and his dad gave it to him, and Lupin is like, thank you so much. Okay, now we get to the Gocho's situation, and Gocho is like is reading the the call card, and he's like, oh, what the hell is this? And he's like, this is just some kid's whims, throw it away. And Yoko grabs it and kind of looks at it, and we see Albert keeping an eye, and Albert is like, that damn Lupin, how dare he? How he thinks he can be the thing. I love that part. He's so mad here. Where's that part? He's looking and he's like, Lupin the Third, there, charlatan. That was funny. Anyways, I'm guessing Arsene Lupin sent him here to keep an eye out for everything. Now next we see Yoko took the necklace, and she put it around her neck. And here we go. Now we get to see a little bit of Gosh. No, what was he saying? Gocho? I'll just forget it. I just forgot his name now. What the hell? Anyways, him, a little bit of his backstory, and we see obviously he was a revolutionary, and like Yoko, we see him and her and Yoko. Him and Yoko is like, oh, you killed them, and he's like, oh, they tried to assault you, so that's why. And then he says that it's a revolution, the world is going to change. And here's the thing about this guy, I remember later on in this episode where Lupin said that, oh, you're like me. I kind of partially agree to that and partially disagree to that, because this guy has actually, what's that word, like, kind of crossed the line, that type of thing. Definitely, if you look at their personalities, both Lupin and him, you might say that, yeah, their personalities are the same. Both of them love these type of thrilling situations, and yeah. But this guy, he has actually, he's actually sold his soul to that. However, Lupin is not like that. But you could say that if someone keeps on doing something day after day after day, there is a high chance of you losing your soul and giving into power and the thirst of power. That is what happened to Gosho, I think, obviously. However, Lupin obviously is in this same position now, like this is just his start of his thieving career, way later in the future, the Lupin series we see now, Lupin season 3, 4, 5, all these seasons, he's an adult here. Lupin is an adult there, so he's been doing his this thieving career is going for a long time till now. But we see how Lupin is still that goofy guy, just who hasn't really fallen into the clutches of power. That is the difference between Lupin and him. However, he actually surrendered his soul to the thirst of power, or something like that, if you call it, and he has actually sold off his soul to that. And I don't blame him, because in this line of work, obviously, if you keep doing stuff like this, it will change you as a person. It'll little by little start making you into a monster. However, I really respect the fact that Lupin, even though the fact that he's one of the biggest thieves, I'm not talking about this episode, I'm talking about the Lupin that we know, the Lupin the third that we know, the adult Lupin, even though he has been in this business for a long time, he still has that, what can I say, that that thing, like that genuine what's that word, like that pureness. Obviously what he's doing is obviously breaking law and everything, all those stuff he's doing. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the purity of, the purity of the thing that he does, the thieving, the robberies and everything that he does. There's still that purity inside of it. He's not surrendered his soul to thievery, if you know what I'm trying to say. He's not surrendered his soul to that power. He still has that pureness inside of him, and every robbery that he does, he still has that childlike innocence and that thing, like, oh, we're going to rob or something, like we're going to do this. And he's definitely, what he's doing is against the law. Like, that's not what I'm trying to say. And what I'm trying to say is he's true to himself still. He hasn't even given himself up to the to power. He hasn't really surrendered himself to power, or to hasn't really sold his soul off. He still has that purity inside of him, even after doing his thievery, continuing his thievery for so many long years. So that is what I appreciate about Lupin. He is still that Lupin, and he has not changed. However, I don't blame this guy, because we can see he's like, oh, we're revolutionary. I'm pretty sure when he started being a revolutionary, he definitely had the good intentions of everyone's in mind. He was like, yeah, this is wrong that it's happening. I'm going to fight for them, and that's how he started. And we can see here how he's like, oh, I'm going to start. But there is still like the way he says these things is kind of weird. Like I said, it seems as if he's a very he's a disturbed person. Even in the flashback, the way he was talking about the revolution was kind of weird. Like, for example, listen to this section. He says, "It's a revolution. The world is going to change. Doesn't that sound exciting?" But no, actually it doesn't, because you know what happens during a revolution? People die, and that is definitely not exciting. Whatever you say, yeah, the world is definitely going to change, but I don't think any person who says that a revolution is exciting is actually fit to be a revolutionary. No, I don't think so. you know I don't think anyone, like all the people who fight against, rebel against something, I don't think they happily do that. There's no choice. That's why they do that. That is why they're revolutionaries. They don't want to be fighting wars. They're fighting wars because they have no choice. But this guy, he seems like a person who's like, oh, this sounds fun, I'm going to change the world. It's about him. It's not about the people. It's about him. He's like, it sounds exciting. That's the thing, and this is the thing that rubs me very wrong about him, and that's why I was saying this guy is far gone. He's not, like, it seems as if he's like fighting for the weak, but obviously he's not. He's doing it for himself. He's doing it for the thrill, and that is not how a revolutionary should be. Not at all. He's a mercenary, not a revolutionary. And a very, what can I say, a disturbed, like, with a disturbed personality. So that's why I'm saying, I'm pretty sure when he started in this business, I'm pretty sure he had the interest of everyone's in mind, but he little by little probably just gave himself up to the power and started becoming this very disturbed individual who's like, oh, this sounds fun, I'm going to change the world, I'm going to do something for the world is going to be changed by my hands, that sounds so exciting, like, I can't wait to do this more. That type of person. This is not a revolutionary. He's not doing this for people's, like, for the people, or because he has no choice. He's doing this for fun, and that in itself is such a disturbing, thing. And here we go. He says here, with these two hands, I'm moving the very earth itself. Like, oh my God, what a... I don't know. I feel really uncomfortable listening to him talk about this. I'm changing the world as we know it. And obviously Yoko herself is very, what can I say, like, she's like, oh, you're happy, I'm happy, that type of person. Yoko, the only person Yoko knew was, I'm guessing, Gosh, kind of, like, as friend, family, that type of. So I'm pretty sure she was happy seeing his happiness, and that was it. And that is also not good at all. Like, here's the thing, I'm sure Yoko had his best interests in her mind, but at the same time, I feel like she could probably be the only one who could have stopped him from going in this path, in this blood-filled path of just, like, doing revolutions, but just because he wants to, and he wants to feel special. She probably could have been the only one who could have stopped him from going in that direction. However, just, like, Yoko herself is also kind of doesn't know anyone else. She's all alone in this world, I'm guessing, from the looks of it. Ghosh is the only one she knows, and that's why she never actually went against him. She just loved looking at how happy he is, and that was all. So these two were in a very, what can I say, a very is that a word? Non-constructive? Unconstructive? No. Inconstructive? Okay, I'm forgetting. Wait, what? What is the opposite of constructive? What the hell is wrong with me? Inconstructive or oh God. Okay, let me check. Okay, I cannot find. Non-constructive. There you go. Yeah. No. Yeah. They were in a very non-constructive relationship. Like, what can I say? Like, they And like I said, I don't blame them because the situation they were in and the way they grew up, I'm guessing, messes up people. Obviously, like we could see they were like always in the war, like like always in the battlefield, like fighting all the time and everything. So yeah, so I don't blame them, but at the same time, the only one who probably could have stopped Gosh from going further, crossing the line, was probably her. But she herself just liked seeing Gosh happy, and that's why she never really told Gosh that, all right, you know what, I feel like you're going kind of, you know kind of crossing the line here. Like, anyways, nothing you can do about it. And I'm pretty sure all of us can realize by the end of it that Yoko knew that one day or the other Gosh would die, and that would be it. Because here we see in this episode, like when Lupin defeated Gosh, she knew that something is going to happen, and she was ready for Gosh's death. And and she, like, and still she kind of, like, helped him out, because she knew that this is the only way they could live, and she was actually ready for Gosh to die anytime. And anyways, okay, next we get to see, okay, the government, they're panicking. They're like, oh my god, what's happening? Time is up almost. And Arsène Lupin comes in. Arsène Lupin is like, this one guy, he had like an armor and stuff with inside of his clothes, and just goes and tries to get Albert. And Arsène Lupin is like, stop, like, no need to fight here. We're like, a nuclear bomb is going to drop on top of our head, and you guys are fighting. You're trying to attack us. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? I'm just here to see the bet. I like to bet with my life, and I would like to see what happens here. And he starts laughing. Obviously, he's like, let's see if the boy has what it takes to take the title of Lupin the Third. So here we go. Time is up, and these guys are ready to launch the, the thing. And as soon as the countdown 0, all the lights go out, and we see Lupin just beside Yoko in a disguise, and he had everything ready with the the thing, like it pulls them out up, and in the air, Lupin is like, oh, you're wearing the necklace, and then they fall on top of like a box. So obviously Gosh is like, oh no, we're out of time, quickly, launch the things. And we see Jigen has completely knocked out all the others over there, turned the thing, that like the muzzle towards their own ship. And now here for a moment I was like, wait a minute, did he just shoot the nuclear missile towards the own ship? And I'm like, what the hell? This is a nuclear missile. The whole place is going to blow up. And then it exploded. That part was exploding. And I'm like, what? Is this a nuclear missile? Doesn't look like it. It seems like a normal missile. Obviously if this was like a nuclear, thing, the whole area would blow up. So I was so confused. I was like, what's going on? And then Jigen kind of explains that, oh, I took out the nuclear warhead. And I'm like, that is why. It's like a normal missile now. It's not a nuclear thing. So that I understood it after that. Because in no way does a nuclear missile make that small amount of an explosion. The whole area would blow up. So there you go. It makes sense. So obviously, Gosh is like, he comes up with the not Gosh. Why am I calling him Gosh? What's his name? Gocho or something? Anyways, I forgot his name. He's ready with the guns, and he's like, all right, you know what? Oh no, sorry. At first, Yoko thought he died, but then he comes out with the guns and everything. Grenade launcher in one hand, and a submachine gun in another hand. And Jigen is also fighting. Lupin tries to go there. Yoko tries to stop him, because obviously Yoko doesn't want Lupin to get involved in any of this. But Lupin's like, you ought to know that nobody catches Lupin the Third that easily. Like, just goes in, his shirt, and grabs the bike, and he's like, I'm going to go and help Jigen. And he goes there, tries helping out Jigen, and obviously these guys are just shooting. There's like 5 or 10 of them at the same place, and this guy has a goddamn grenade launcher and a submachine gun in one hand. So obviously they're having trouble. So Lupin goes in and kind of goes to Jigen, and Lupin's like, you stay here, I'm going to take care of uh, the main boss, and you take care of these guys. So they go and start fighting, like Lupin with the motorbike and him with the guns. And yeah, the place is getting destroyed. Jigen almost gets like shot by that one of the guys, but thankfully within time, Shinobu comes in and saves Jigen. I believe my master is pretty much the perfect man, but being too overprotective is one of his major flaws. But yeah, I guess in this situation it was nice that we got a backup, because there's like so many of them at the same time. Anyways, Rupan is facing off against Ghosh. Yoko's there, and Yoko says, I can tell Rupan you won't shoot. But then she looks at him and kind of changes, and I think here she realized that no, Rupan is going to shoot. So this guy starts chugging grenades. Rupan goes in closer to him so that he cannot chug the grenades anymore, and then he switches to his submachine gun. And in the end, when Rupan fell down, he threw away his submachine gun and started attacking him. And like I said, he's completely gone. He's just starts talking about how he has changed the world, this and that. This world is in the verge of change that I caused. Yes, the moment when everything goes topsy-turvy, I live for the thrill. There you go. And here Rupan says oh, you're the same as me. And I'm like, yeah, but at the same time, no. Like I said, he has crossed the line. I don't think Rupan has ever done that. No, Rupan lives for the thrill, that is true, but he has his own morals. But this guy, he's just there's that one thing where I'm not exactly what to call them, but the alignments that they say, lawful evil, that type of thing. He's probably like chaotic evil or something, that type of guy. However, Rupan is like the lawful evil or something like that. I'm not exactly sure how you say that, but something like that type of situation. Rupan is the same as him, I agree, but there's a lot of things in Rupan that is different. And like I said, this is what I like best about Rupan, is that a lot of people might actually end up like Ghosh if they keep doing stuff like this. However, Rupan is someone who never really he never really became like that, even after being in this thieving business for so many times, so long. He's still in his inside, he's still Rupan. He has kept his individuality. He's not given up his soul to power. And I feel like another big reason for him being like that is because of his friends. Jigen, Goemon, Fujiko as well, I guess. Zenigata. Technically Zenigata is not his friend, but still, I'm including him as well. All of these people, them being beside Rupan, I feel like if Rupan does something wrong, Jigen and Goemon would probably stop him, and vice versa. Obviously, if they do something wrong, Rupan and all of them will stop them. So it's that type of a situation. Unlike Ghosh, this guy, like I said, Yoko was probably the only one who could have stopped him from going this farther, down the line and just cross the line. However, she never did that because she liked seeing him like this, as she explained. So that is why he kind of went in the wrong direction. Nobody was there to stop him. Unlike Rupan, who still has that purity inside of him, probably because of his friends. His friends are there for him, and they're not just completely like yes men. They're not yes men. They're like genuine friends. If Rupan does something wrong, they'll definitely say something. And obviously Rupan himself is a lot more responsible and intelligent. I feel like he's got everything under control. He never lets power consume him, that type of a thing. So that's kind of really impressive. But either way, here Rupan Okay, so here this guy throws a gun. He jumps up, tries to grab the gun, comes down, Gauge I'm talking about, and he sees Rupan still has his gun, and he's like, wait a minute, what did I grab then? And it's like the motorbike handle. So what Rupan did is, using his thieving skills, chucked the motorbike handle, and the gun had a like a string attached to it, and took it like that, and that is how he tricked him. So obviously he sees that he has lost, so he climbs on top of like the railing, and he's like, look at me, you're gonna shoot me if you want. And then I knew he was going to jump, and he did exactly that. And he fell down, and we see him just, obviously they're dead. And I was thinking like, oh no, Yoko's also going to jump or something, because Yoko at that moment says that, Rupan, you should get out of here, and Rupan's like, you should also come with me. And he's like, I stole you, so you should come with me. And Ryoko's like, no, I'm shackled. I think, what does she say? I had tethers or something. Just a minute, let me read that part. Okay, here we go. She says, the thing about Gaucho, he was my tether. So obviously Rupan is like, oh yeah, he's your tether, he's gone now, you're free from it. But she's like, no, not like that, the opposite. Which is obviously, like I said, understandable, and we could feel that from her. It's not that he was tethering her, like he was controlling her or chaining her down. It was the opposite. Since he was there, Yoko was just deliberate, on her own, was chaining herself to him to stay in this world. She had no, what can I say, probably motivation, no drive to stay in this world, to continue living in this world. But since Gosho was there, she was just tethering herself to him. So now that he's dead, she's like, yeah, I don't have any other reason to be here. Unlike how Rupan understood it, Rupan was thinking like, oh, he's chaining herself down, but it was not that case. And that's why I said that I kind of expected this from happening, because you could feel that from Ryoko. You could feel that she is just clinging to Gosho, and him being alive is the only reason why she's also staying alive. And in the end, she did kind of find a little bit of happiness, not only from Gosho but from Jigen and Rupan as well, spending time with them as well, and got a little bit of an emotional bond. But obviously the emotional bond with Gosho was way more, and she was like, no, like I cannot continue like this. And I thought she was actually going to jump, but that did not happen. The whole place started shaking, and she actually fell down. She grabbed the pole. Rupan comes down quickly, and Rupan is like, grab me. And she realizes that she won't be able to do that, and looks at Gosho, and then decides that, nah, I cannot, and says, thank you, Rupan the third, like, let's go, and falls down. And there you go, that is it. And like Rupan the second said, there's sometimes you need to let go of something, and that's what happened here. In the end, we see later on Rupan and Jigen having a little cigarette break, and Rupan is like, oh, you see this blueprint, it's the casino. Jigen is like, oh, is this like a new thing? And Rupan is like, yeah, should we go for the thrills? And he's like, yeah, definitely. And that's where it ended. So yeah, they became good friends, and I'm guessing this is going to continue for now. But either way, there you go. Yeah, a good conclusion. It was predictable, obviously, like the final episode was quite predictable. However, it was nice to see Rupan, like, talking with his dad, and that ending, like, obviously them being best of friends. However, yeah, like, I feel like this episode was kind of predictable, especially the situation with Yoko and Gosh. Like, I did think something like that was going to happen. I'm pretty sure everyone realized that, like, something like this was going to happen, because that was the whole vibe. Like, this was the thing. Gosho was, like I said, he was just like a person to whom Yoko was shackling herself into. So she was just clinging to him, and that's why she never really stopped him from going in this direction, because she was just surviving because he was alive. So him dying would definitely mean that Yoko is going to, like, do something. And I was pretty sure that somewhere something was going to happen, somewhere or the other, Gosho is going to die. And if that happens, obviously Yoko's not going to keep herself alive as well. And that's why I knew this was going to happen. And there you go, it played just as I expected it to play out. And yeah, there you go. This was a good spin-off series, I have to say. I really liked like seeing Lupin in this way, because Lupin, as we know him, he's the perfect person. It's like almost no flaws. He has almost no flaws, the Lupin we know. But here we can see that where he started from, and like he has so many flaws here. And it's kind of interesting to see Lupin in this way and see how he gains his ideals, he gains his like his experience and everything, and how he becomes the man he is now. And yeah, it was kind of interesting to see this side of Lupin. And yeah, we also saw Jigen as well. So, and obviously the best part is meeting Lupin's dad properly, and seeing Arsene Lupin as well. That was very good, really good. So yeah, there you go, that was it. That was my reaction to Lupin Zero episode number 6. Like I said, next week I think Lupin versus Cat's Eye is going to come out, so I'm probably going to react to that next week. And from the week after that, I'll be starting Lupin season 6, 2 episodes every week, just like I usually did. That's how I'm going to continue. So yeah, there you go. So thank you for watching, guys. This was my reaction to episode 6 of Lupin Zero. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, and I'll check them out. And yeah, that is it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next week with another episode. So until then, goodbye and have a nice day.